I think Powell did a great job with today's FOMC press conference on a number of fronts, many of which align with our own thinking. So first, he maintains that they need to keep cutting rates because policy is restrictive and they do not want to see any additional underlying weakness on the labor front. We flagged some of those weaknesses over the last several months. This, in combination with an inflation rate that's now in the realm of their target, means they can easily justify further additional cuts. I still think their year-end 2025 Fed funds forecast of around 3.5% is still roughly the right starting point for where this goes. But as Powell suggested, neutral Fed funds is difficult to know with any degree of precision. So you need to sort of approach the zone with quite a bit of patience. And that very smoothly leads me into point number two, which is the urgency to get toward neutral funds has been reduced. We know that on balance, recent data have been relatively solid. But the one thing that really caught our attention was the large upward revisions to incomes from about a month ago, where the saving rate was revised from 3 to 5%. Powell made reference to that in today's presser. We think those revisions really help put a solid floor beneath economic activity. So you still drive toward neutral to preserve as much strength in labor as you can, but you do so with reduced urgency. It's literally the best possible position for the Fed to be in. Finally, he was asked about the impact on monetary policy given the presidential election results, and he said exactly the right thing. In the immediate term, nothing changes for them as it relates to the immediate view on the economic backdrop or their stance toward policy. He said, obviously, any policy initiatives that come from the new administration could certainly alter the backdrop, but they'll deal with them as they come about. And again, that's absolutely the right stance. And lastly, I can't say I'm surprised he was asked, but he was asked about what he would do if the Trump team asked him to resign, and he flat out said no. The reporter quickly followed up and asked, do you think legally you're not required to leave? And he again said flat out no. If you have time, it's actually worth finding the exchange online somewhere. Powell did a good job today.